The reservation has a lot of broken things. Some things had happened to me when I was younger. The first time this issue came about, which is sexual abuse, was I may have only been 3 or 4. This had happened over the next few years, and then when it became a real issue, I would say is somebody in my own home, and it was from age 11 to 16. And they say Native Americans are known for their resiliency. I think you just kind of almost, it sounds horrible, but you almost get used to being in this environment of brokenness. Well, I decided to go to Montana State University, Bozeman in 2005. Again, because I always was wanting to do nursing. I actually didn't think I could do it just because of, I think, how I was broken. I didn't realize I had 0 confidence. My confidence was probably in the negatives.
When we began to start gathering Native students from around the country together, through creating an environment where students could talk about their past and about their life and the things they had in common, it created an environment where students began to be vulnerable and open up.
Those people that are secretly struggling out there don't have a safe place. They don't think God is a safe place for them. They think it's good to hide what you're going through, hide who you really are. I was a part of Nations from fall of 2005 till I graduated in 2008 from nursing school. So in 2005, like I said, a can of worms was opened up. God was showing me all the things in my life that were broken. The major changes God made in my life were during that time that I was involved with Nations and the people.
Because of her love for God and her heart for the students that were involved with Nations, our little community there, I thought, she would be great. She'd do a great job of just leading and taking responsibility.
End up being the student leader. I wouldn't let them call me leader. I felt like I was allergic to that title, so they called me the facilitator.
She's the fearless facilitator, and when she took it on, she did a great job.
It was just that getting up in front of people. I didn't even have to stand up. I was sitting down at a table with other students, but that just freaked me out, and I was way out of my comfort zone in that way.
Casaja began to share with others in that community, and my wife and myself, and then we began to hear more and more until she was just able to really articulate and tell her story from beginning to end for others in the context of God's goodness and His love and His forgiveness. So it's been really exciting to see Casaja grow in her faith since she's left campus and gone back to the reservation.
Okay, so now I'm being asked to speak. That sounds so funny because I remember begging God, please don't call me to speak. Please don't call me to speak. I don't like this. So I'm just at a point where surrender. Okay, all right. I do want to see you in people's lives. I do want to see a restoration in others' lives like you've done this thing in mine. So, okay. The week that I felt like the Lord said go, I got 3 invitations in 1 week to go and speak. I felt like God had me in training during Nations and the ministry with Campus Crusade for Christ, because that's where He began training me and just getting over that fear of getting up in front of people or talking in front of anyone. And now I think the biggest crowd that I've had to speak at was at a graduation from Lodgegrass High School, where I graduated from. And I think there may have been 1,000 people there. And so invitations are coming to speak about these hard issues. And we had our first official conference called Where is the Love Conference, and this was last June, where we hit these issues head on. Thankfully, there is a group of people on my reservation who have the same heart. And they helped us, and we did this Where is the Love Conference, and had lives changed. My own little brother, who was a meth addict and an alcoholic for years, turned his life over to God at that event, and is now officially a youth pastor. So that's the kind of God we serve. He can take what's broken and just seemingly beyond repair. And when he comes and fixes it, it just has this domino effect of glory of who God is, and I love it.